Well, here we are. Welcome back to Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. The only thing left to do in the main story is to head out to Bahamut. I can't actually say what it is since we haven't really learned that yet, but first I want to give you a look at the whole team. I am a little annoyed everyone is only level 49 because there's a Sky Pirates Den achievement for having the party's average level be 50. I probably should just grind one more level, but I don't know, I guess I'll leave them at 49. So, in terms of the party, I'm going to go in with Balthier, Barsh, and Ash, but I'm going to try and give everyone a turn here. These are just the three who are, I feel, the most important party members for the main story. And I probably should control Ash for this, but I'll go to that once we get there. In terms of our equipments, basically I'm just going for a similar setup on Varn. Masamune is the best weapon he has, so I'll go with that, and the Ring of Renewal. Balthier has a Bowl Belt, because I want at least a few people to have those. I'm putting him back to guns just because I think that's his most iconic weapon. Also, we are going to be fighting some high defense enemies in here, I'm pretty sure. Fran has the Indigo Pendant, because I feel like she's sort of my main status user at this point, and she's also got the same Burning Bow, Fiery Arrows combo. In terms of armor, yeah, there's nothing really that much better she can use. Barsh, oh, should he go with the... Oh, you know what? I think I'll have him use the Ultimate Blade. It's either that or the Whale Whisker. Oh, actually, Dragon Whisker. Oh, that gives him less evade, though. And yeah, these are both pretty good armor. This gives him automatic protect. This gives him automatic haste, so I'm gonna need to spend less MP to buff him. Ash has pretty much the same setup that she had before, and Sage's Ring. And this is going to be interesting. Penelo has the Bubble Belt, because I feel like it might actually be kind of useful, and she can use that. Also, in terms of weapons, I was going to give her Defender, and I only just realized something. You can actually press left and right on the D-pad to cycle through categories of weapons, so only one-handed, only two-handed, and range weapons. I do have a Defender, but I don't actually have enough LP on Penelo to give her the license for it yet, so yeah. Oh well, at least this means that she's going to be using the same weapon that she's been using for the majority of the playthrough. So, it does feel weird heading out to the final battle via a commercial airport, but it is going to save me on teleport stone, so I may as well do that. I still can't believe that I spent most of the game not even realizing what the private airships counter actually was used for. So, from here, we can go to Bahamut in the question mark region. Well, actually, technically Bahamut and Rabanastre, because that's the side of the final battle. Once you leave for Bahamut, you will not be able to return, so it is highly recommended that you save before you go there. Once you're in there, you can't access any save points, I don't think, but nothing inside Bahamut will carry over to the post-game or anything like that. What is effectively your post-game save is the save file you made before you head in here. So, even though this is a point of no return, it's of no real consequence. So if we all level up into 50 sometime during this place, we're not going to get the Sky Pirates Den achievement counting because it won't save.
This wind, what could it be?
A tornado? Tornado? It's headed right for us!
So good of it to wait while we finish those side quests and exploring Nabudis. This was spoiled in the opening movie, though. It's just, it was, you know, there was no context on what it was.
Make your target the Resistance heavy cruiser.
Our dear Cid, slain by his son. A common tale of late.
Firing solution complete. Sighting is good.
Release valves open. The nether sites are critical.
Auxiliary show clear.
Put an end to this. They have already surrendered.
Let us make of this an offering. One he might see even now. Vinar, what say you?
The main battery stands ready.
I beg you.
Fire.
Why this?
Once they see that there can be no surrender, the Resistance must needs come at us with all they have. We will answer their attack head-on and destroy them, before the eyes of all Rabanastre.
If you do this, the people will only grow to hate you the more.
And should I pardon them, they will only rise up yet again.
I do not believe they would. In cooperation lies our hope. You are mistaken. You are wrong, brother.
And if I am? You had best find the strength you need to correct me then.
Ship sighted ahead! A score or more! The Resistance fleet, my lord!
Hear this! Today we write the first page of a new history. Our history. Each of you must play his part. Put down this rebellion. For Arcadia, we fight!
For Arcadia!
All ships prepare to fire on my command. Heavy cruiser South Figaro stands ready. Heavy destroyer stretching our line. Page measure launching.
May fortune favor us all.
This is Altos leader. Keep your formations tight. Give them a warm welcome. Many more to choose from. Right for the taking. Remember your sailing. We'll make it. Hey, Brad, we reach.
All ships clear.
Give word to the cannons. Make ready and fire.
We have a clean line.
Prepare the second volley. Be quick. By the gods.
Carrier Galaval, she's lost. Unknown ship from abaft.
Could it be?
Uncle, it is I. I'm crossing to the Bahamut to stop Vane.
What are you saying? You are too rash. Your duties come after the battle is over.
If we allow them to destroy us here, there will be no after. You must assist our charge.
Stop! You must pull back. Stop the stroll.
Hold it! I mean, wait! This is Larsa Solidor. I'm going in with her, so we're fine. I got the princess covered.
Larsa Solidor? So you hold him as a hostage?
No, Uncle. He will fight with us against Vayne. Leave it to us.
Understood. Our fate is in your hands.
Yes.
I got the princess covered?
Lars would say that. We're relying on you for fire support. Give them something to think about. We'll pick our moment and make our move.
Quite the welcome. Careful.
One follows.
Ah, you want to dance? Then let's dance.
A new partner.
It's not easy being this popular, you know. There it is.
Come on. Come on. Yeah, we got an autosave icon, which means those cutscenes are probably over. The Sky Fortress Bahamut. It's the logical conclusion of where they were going with the naming of the airships.
Vayne will be in the fortress's command tower. I saw something of the like on our way in here. Right above our heads.
We need not fight all the Empire to win. If we can get to Vayne, we can put an end to this war.
Let's get going then. Find Vayne wherever he's perched and knock him off.
And so we're buffing. Okay then. I don't remember this place being particularly long. And if we're just finding our way through random things, I'm gonna bring Vaughn back in because, I might as well use both here. I actually really love that, Vaughn as Protector too. So yeah, we can all buff each other now. But yeah, I like how, I think they actually did mention that the Strahl had a voice changer earlier on in the story, so it came back there with them bluffing that they had Larsa with them. That was a pretty cool move. But as always though, Balthier gets all the best lines. Balthier just, I love that, the another partner and the, it's not easy being this popular. It's just so great. Oh right, I should actually, not fall asleep. But I should actually, show what my gambits are on everybody. We shouldn't really waste too much time with these small fry, really. So, like, as you can see, there's no map for this place, and I don't, like, remember very much of these hallways, which probably means that they're not really all that interesting. It's just kind of the Drackle Laboratory all over again, or, I've already kind of forgotten, what was the other ship? The Leviathan, I think it was. The Dreadnought Leviathan. I think I'll have Penello heal here. No, I'm gonna go for a Curaga. I forget if we get, like, a point to recover our MP at all. Oh, somebody's getting attacked. And it's not, I thought it would be Balthier, but no. Oh, more of them. Yeah, you don't want to waste too much time with the enemies here, because there's not really that much point to grinding. By the time you get on the Bahamut, you should be strong enough to take on the final bosses, and no experience or, like, items that you get in here are going to carry over into, any, like, other files. Oh, hi there! These enemies do really like, using status effects, but you should almost certainly have Esuna at this point. And we got Esunaga from that, Baknami Merchant, though honestly, Esunaga is the kind of skill that I actually prefer to, thought Balthier was confused for a second. An elixir. Yeah, you don't, like, need to fully explore this place at all. Just doesn't seem like we can open that. But, yeah, Esunaga is the kind of spell that I personally just prefer to cast manually rather than have it on a gambit, because, like, there's no real way to set gambits to, like, ally... like, multiple allies being status at once, which are the situations where you'd want to use that. Level that's not actually gonna count, but oh well. At full HP, Vaan practically one-shots these guys with the Masamune, which is kind of convenient. Okay, there goes another level up. But again, is if we do get the Sky Pirate Stand achievement for the average level of 50 here, it's not gonna, unfortunately, not gonna really matter. Should I shuffle out some people to give the others a chance to just show their stuff against the basic, enemies? I've also set Balthier to not Bravery himself. I've set him to instead Bravery Barsh, because he's using a gun. Bravery is not really going to do anything if you have a gun, I'm pretty sure, at least. Yeah, and another thing, I didn't want to say anything at the time, because I didn't want to kind of ruin the mood of these cutscenes, but I really like how the game is seamlessly transitioning between in-engine cutscenes and CG cutscenes.
They hide in the sun! It's overpasses here. Damage report. We need those ready fighters. Enemy squadron still incoming. What are you waiting for? Fire! Fire!
Is this their worst?
Evasive hardcore! Nash is falling back!
The line is drawn.
And there was a bit of the kind of main theme there.
The Resistance fights their battle well. We dare not fail them. We dare not falter.
Stop worrying. We just have to clean up here, and then Ash will be the queen.
It's kind of hard to believe. I can't even imagine trying to rule a whole kingdom.
A queen might always run away with the help of a sky pirate looking to raise his bounty a peg.
I doubt our queen would need the help of any sky pirates.
Do you really think me as strong as all that?
Who said anything about strong? You'll make it. You got good friends.
And so, Vaan becomes an RPG hero thanks to learning about the power of friendship. And we've got an enemy running our tail. Okay then. It was actually kind of a fitting time for me to switch Ash into the party. And in fact, now that, okay, it looks like there's another enemy type over here, so I'm going to go for that, and Fran got blinded, which doesn't really matter. Huh. Balthier barely did anything with, his gun against that, and I'm guessing that means it's got resist gun / measures. Because that is not, like, good damage. Oh yeah, and Ash is set to cast, okay, the enemies in here are definitely getting, stronger, but she's set to cast, Scathe on things that, do not have any elemental weaknesses. Oh, hi, Reflect. Thankfully, Fran is dispelling that. See, the good friends line, it makes sense because we're all helping each other here. I say that and Balthier immediately goes down. The enemies here are actually kind of tough, and because I've set Ash up as more of a black mage than a white mage, she's not really doing the best job of healing right now. I've set her to, like, only heal when somebody's at, like, less than 10% HP, just because I wanted to make sure Sphere Rook. Yeah, these Rook enemies, they've, like, I almost wonder if I should actually be just equipping, accessories that, that let you bypass reflects. And yeah, this is the thing I was saying about the Scathe area. It looks like it's a line, but it's actually not. Like, I can show you right now if I go into Black Magic and then Scathe. It's a circle, so, I mean, it's probably going to hit everything in the animation anyway, but yeah, it is in fact a circle, not a line. This is not trails. And yeah, regardless of the direction that the animation happens in, it still hits the same area. So now, like, now that, you know, stuff is actually not, being horribly, murdery towards us. There's, I spoke too soon, there's more of them. Something that I wanted to say, for a while, I wanted to say it during the Necroll of Nabudis tangents, but, I didn't get to, and that is that, so this is interesting. I originally said, like, it's debatable who the main protagonist is, it just definitely isn't Vaan. That some people say that it's Balthier, some say that it's Barsh, some say that it's Ash, and yeah, so that guy walked into the animation, but he doesn't get hit because, you know, it only went off, before he was in the area. In fact, oh yeah, there's so much reflect here that I'm just gonna straight up equip Ash with the, yeah, the Opal Ring. And in that case, I'll turn off her, Dispel Reflect Gambit. Because I do, like, while I do like, the MP management, I also don't like having to just, you know, spam... I want Balthier to just kill that thing off. I don't like having to, you know... I also don't like having to just waste time casting Dispel on everything that has Reflect. So many people have Sap. And this is a situation where Esunaga is useful, but I don't know... Oh, yeah, you're a secondary white mage. You would have access to that, wouldn't you? It's pretty expensive, though, but yeah. As I was saying before, I like to cast this manually. Oh, and Balthier use a remedy anyway. The remedy gambit isn't as useful now that I have Esunaga, but it's alright, yeah. It's kind of mostly there when I don't have any white mages in the party. Ash has bajillions of MP, and she gains more MP whenever she damages enemies thanks to Black Mage arguments, so don't really need to worry too much about using up her stuff. Force of habit, clicking the map. But what I was saying is, now that I've actually been experiencing more and more of the story, I've started to realize that there's no question of who the protagonist is. Ash is the protagonist of Final Fantasy XII. Like, the whole game is about her journey, and her journey to move beyond revenge. And I just feel like it's kind of weird that it seems as though it was one of those cases where they were afraid that marketing the game specifically with a female protagonist would hurt sales. That's what it feels like to me. Because there are a lot of instances where, you know, many big game companies are afraid to have female protagonists because they think they won't be relatable to, like, the majority of male gamers. Where are we at? Oh, none of us have gone to 50 yet. Which is why, like, I talked about this back when I played Trails in the Sky, why like, Estelle being a female protagonist in a JRPG was actually pretty radical for its time. And originally I was thinking like that, but then I just realized, though, thinking back to earlier Final Fantasy games, Terra is very clearly marketed as the protagonist of Final Fantasy VI. And she's a girl, so why couldn't they have done the same thing with Ash? Because I feel like it's not just the fact that, like, this game's marketing, when it came out, kind of didn't treat Ash as the protagonist and made it look like Vaan, and then also, you know, maybe even Barsh or Balthier, but it's even spin-offs. Ash barely appears in spin-offs. Like, in Dissidia, the character representing this game, well, in fact, the interesting thing is, the first character to represent this game in Dissidia was not even one of the heroes, it was Gabranth. And Gabranth is actually on the box art as well, like, he's the character in the logo. I guess because his armor is pretty iconic looking, but, like, in a lot of, like, ways, They were marketing Gabranth as the main representative of this game. And then after that, the next character they had to represent Final Fantasy XII in Dissidia was, at this point it might have been best just to flee through most of these enemies. There's not really much point in staying and fighting. Like, how much do we have in terms of... We've not got a lot of LP, and any LP we spend isn't really going to carry over. Just sort of got to keep moving, because there are a lot of enemies here. I kind of like the challenge, though, of... Okay, this is... Oh, both is already remedying. And yeah, you don't need to worry about any of your items here. Go completely ham with items, because nothing here is going to save. So if you use up all your elixirs, no need to worry at all. Like absolutely no problem. They'll all come back when you reload your pre-endgame save. Yeah, sorry if I'm going a little all over the place here, but like you get what I mean. Like, what exactly about Ash were they afraid to market? I do like the fact that in the latest Dissidia, which I haven't really heard a lot of good press over, the latest Dissidia game, its multiplayer seems to be online only, despite not being on PSP anymore, so you can easily get multiple controllers in. But, like, anyway, they added Vayne, I think, and I think that's actually kind of decent, because, I don't know, like, Vayne didn't really get a lot of attention as a Final Fantasy villain, but I always thought he was pretty alright. Like, you know, maybe he isn't as iconic as somebody like Kefka or Sephiroth, obviously. And he doesn't have, like, a very distinctive design or anything like that. But at the same time, I think he's a decently written villain, and I think he works pretty well for what he is, and I am glad that he ended up in Dissidia, though, I would say maybe do not look up footage of him in Dissidia yet, because, it's gonna play a song that we haven't heard yet. A song that's actually pretty iconic among those who've played this game, but, well, you'll see. Am I even using the right gun on Balthier? I think that's the best gun that he has. He's not doing a lot of damage with it, though. Maybe I should just switch over to Save the Queen and see how that goes. I mean, I hope I haven't just gone in a giant circle. If I actually am going around in circles, that would be really, really annoying. Bulkhead 2. Well, if we were at Bulkhead 1 before, then that's definitely progress. Hopefully. Ah, well, there's a chest here, too. Balthier's not using them. Am I actually out of remedies? I may actually be out of remedies. Haste mode. Well, yeah, that's going to be good to have, because we're soon going to be entering a pretty big boss gauntlet. Oh, there's an exit to the catwalk. Was I going around in circles? Maybe I was going around in circles. That would be really, really annoying, because this central lift... I remember this now. So this should be around where we need to go, and I just screw it. No reason not to use elixirs at this point. I have 5 mega elixirs. And these are the main people that I care about MP on. I'm just going to use a Mega Elixir just to make sure we're topped off on MP. I like that sort of Phoenix-looking animation. But if we're here, though, I'm going to go Barsh, Balthier, and... You know what? I'm going to go for, even though that's like an all-male party. Actually, let's use Penelo, Varn, and Barsh here, and I'm gonna buff just because I have a feeling that we're approaching a boss fight. Okay, that should be decent amount of buffs. I know I have LP, but it's gonna feel kind of awkward to spend that now.
So you have lived.
I am Judge Magister. Even in disgrace,
My just reward for aiding the Empire that destroyed my homeland.
Only now realizing that.
Gabranth, do not blame yourself anymore.
You confound me, brother. You failed Landis. You failed Damaska. All you were to protect. Yet you still hold on to your honor. How?
I had someone more important to defend. And defender I have. How is it that you have survived? Is it not because you defend Lord Larsa?
Silence! All was stripped from me. Only hatred for the brother who fled our homeland remains mine. Tell me, why do you forsake that which you must hold most precious?
I do as I must, brother. Or is that not answer enough?
And this is why I put Vaan and Barsh in the party. Okay, he's got haste, so Penello's going to go ahead and dispel that immediately. Now, considering that we're all buffed, I feel like the last time this guy didn't put up much of a fight. Yeah. Though I do think there may be a second phase to this.
Futile, Barsh. Long have I walked in hatred's company. As long as I can curse your name, I shall not be defeated.
Then come. Wield your hatred and crush me. I welcome it.
Well, now we've got someone on our side saying, strike me down with all your hatred. Let's switch over to Barsh for this, and he got haste back. Honestly, I don't think there's really any reason to dispel that right now. Oh, right, he does use Renew to fully heal himself, so this kind of has two phases to it. Kind of. Also, as is tradition, Penello's on her wrong Gambit set. I'm using mostly the same Gambit sets I did before going into this.
Your life ends at my blade.
Okay, he does have a cinematic attack that, yeah, I think some of Dr. Sid's attacks can actually be, dodged just by standing behind him. That might be the case for Gabranth as well. Okay, he's enraging, but he probably won't last that much longer. Don't know how long this will take to actually hit, but let's try a Soul Eater. Okay, that did like 4,000 or so. Oh, Vaan got it, nice.
Have you your fill of this?
I would ask you the same. Let this end, Noah.
I've no right to be called by that name.
Then live and reclaim it.
Yeah, he's just staying there, too injured to go on. Just gonna get Penello's MP back here. Okay, let's leave Barsh for a little bit. And I think I'll actually... Let's use the Sky Pirate team for a bit now. Because I think once we go up this lift, we will be entering the true final battle. And this is a good time to call this part. I'll see you next time when we face Vayne.